Hello Twin Flames, thank you for being here, for liking, subscribing and all the amazing comments and feedback you leave me. It means the world, as you know, and if you are new to the channel, welcome, subscribe, join our family because we're here for you every day. So I'm really excited today because I'm going to be using a brand new deck that's been gifted to me by our beautiful soul sister Gudi. Now, she has her own channel as well, and I have been sharing a few of her videos on the community post, so you can go and check that out. And I have also put her channel on my featured channel. She's so beautiful and her light is so radiant. Definitely check her out. And this is the deck that she created with the help of her guide. So we're going to use this deck today. I'm also going to use this beautiful deck that I've received. This is the Botticelli Tarot, and I've used this today for the Divine Masculine reading, and very powerful message came out. We're also going to be using the Moonology Oracle just to harness again the power of this new moon, which we're still feeling right now. And I'm also going to bring in the beautiful Beyond Indigo Divine Guidance and Healing deck. So let's see what we need to know. Remember, later I will be doing a DM to DF check-in, and I am also sharing a pick-a-pal today about what power couple you are and what the angels want you to know. So I'm really excited about that. So let's do this then. So thank you, angels. What's the energy, please, around the connection today on this Super Saturday? What's the energy? Thank you. The energy around the divine feminines, the energy around the divine feminines, and the energy around the divine masculine, please. The energy around the masculine. I do feel we've already checked in on the energy of the masculine, but it's always good to have another look. So let's see what we need to know. What's the energy around the connection today? Wow, jumping out the deck, love it. The energy around the divine feminines. The energy around the divine feminines. I just love this orange colour, it's so powerful. Energy around the divine feminines, thank you, angels. And the energy around the divine masculine, what do we need to know? What do we need to know? Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's the energy, please, angels, around the connection? Straight out there. The energy around the divine feminines today. Wow, can we do that in a second then? The energy around the divine masculine. So a lot of cards coming out here. Yeah, I'm going to put these back in and reshuffle for the divine feminine. So what do we need to know for the feminine today, please, angels? I always know when the cards are ready or when they're just kind of jumping around. So jump around. So here we go. This is the energy for the feminine. And then the energy for the connection today, the journey. Look at that jumping out. The energy around the divine feminines. There it is. And the energy around the divine masculine. Wow. And a card just jumped off the top for the masculine, so I'm taking it. So let's start with the journey then. So first of all then, we've got adjustments are required. Now this is very powerful. So this is true. You know, adjustments are required to bring you together. This means maybe a karmic ending, releasing of the past, letting go of things that are toxic to our soul. Adjustments are required. It also means the masculine needs to make adjustments by being able to come forward to you, to ask you for forgiveness, to apologize, to express themselves and open their heart. And the adjustments the divine feminine is required to make is to see things from a much higher perspective and to understand the journey and why things happen the way they do. You know, to understand that this is a learning journey, that we learn what we need to learn, and sometimes that can hurt and trigger us, but it's always for our higher good. So adjustments are required. And the other day, I shared on the community post a beautiful channeled message from heaven about this journey. Now, I have shared a message very similar to this before, and I just want to read it to you because, you know, I had kind of mixed reviews on this. Some of you agreed with it, some of you disagreed, but it's always the message that we need to hear. So before I carry on, they're guiding me to read it out because I feel that this is needed to be heard right now, especially if we're holding on to pain or blame. So just a reminder, watch your thoughts and words and ask yourself, am I helping my journey with my words and thoughts? Or am I causing problems for myself by not understanding the journey enough? So, you know, if you're struggling to see, if you're thinking that, well, it's not fair, or this is what they deserve now because of the way they've treated me, or if you thinking that your masculine is a coward or nasty or a narcissist or any of these things, the angels are saying we're not understanding the journey enough when we are in that energy. So that doesn't mean that, you're doing anything wrong. It just means you're not quite understanding things from a higher point of view. So it's causing a problem instead of adding to the solution. And that's what the angels want you to be aware of. So our thoughts and our words have power. If we use beautiful, positive words and thoughts, we're going to attract that in. If we're operating in lower vibrational energy and we're using negative words about this journey, saying things like, it's never going to happen, it's not real, I'm making it all up in my head, my masculine doesn't love me, hates me, he doesn't want me, and you're saying things like he's a coward, he's horrible, and, that's not helping. So think about it, think, are my words causing problems right now? When I can adjust those words and that thinking to become a part of the solution, not the problem. And we're reminded of the Bible quote from 1 Corinthians. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. And it is not proud. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no records of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres, because love never fails. And whatever version, you have of this, love is patient, love is kind. It does not demand its own way. It holds no records of wrongs. You realise that this journey is a journey of unconditional love, not just with your twin flame, but in life. We're guided to be patient and kind and loving and to be good to one another and to not judge anyone and to realise that we're all growing and learning and evolving at our own pace and to trust in that. So the message says, and this is what the angels give me to channel. On the channel, this channel here, Guided by Angels, we learn. We learn with the help of the angels how to overcome the ego that creates all of the pain and fear. This helps us all to understand and have compassion for the process of the twin flame journey, because it is a process. It's not an overnight fix. You're in it for the long haul. You've come here to grow. So many people say to me, why do we get punished? Why do we get hurt? Why do we go through all this pain? Why do we go through all this struggle? It's how we grow. It's how we learn. It's how we become strong and a warrior in our greatest version so we can live in the light and be a leader and an example to others and guide the way. That's why we've come. If there was nothing to learn, we wouldn't come. We wouldn't queue up as souls to be reunited and, come into this life. And that's the word they give me, reunited in the physical world with like-minded souls, with our twin, with our connection with source. And they're giving me fear. So anytime we go through fear, we're being reminded to see it from a higher point of view. And that's the adjustment that's required. The divine feminine's part of the process is to understand that the journey to union is a joint venture where both twins do the work, and this allows both twins to respect the other twin's journey to come into alignment with love, compassion and forgiveness in divine timing. In other words, you can't rush this journey. It's not on your time, it's on God's time. It's in divine time, which is always the right time. And it's our journey as a divine feminine to release control around that, to release control. And that's the adjustment that we require. That's the adjustment that we need to take so that we stop messaging them and trying to make it happen and trying to find solutions. Let the masculines find their way. The masculines don't have it easy. You may feel they have it easy because they seem to be enjoying life and getting on with things, but they're struggling inside. The masculines don't have it easy. And when you connect with them, you feel that. The reason why I'm neutral about the journey, because I'm in union for one, and I've been through all this pain and I've been on both sides of the coin. You know, I've been on the side of the coin where I've blamed, and I'm on the side of the coin where I forgive. And I know what works. And that's why I share these messages, because it worked for me. It worked for the twins who are in union. And it works when you step into your power and find your light. It works. You know, it's guidance that helps. It leads you where you're meant to be. So it's understanding that the masculines don't have it easy. And, you know, any reader who channels the energy of the masculines will tell you this. We feel the pain. That's why you feel the pain of what your masculine goes through, because they don't have it easy. You know, thinking they do is naive. Nobody's journey is easy because it's their journey. The masculines don't have it easy and don't intentionally want to hurt the divine feminine. They hide their pain inside and go through an internal battle of the mind. Now, you might think, well, they do intentionally hurt because they're blocking, ghosting, saying nasty things. It's all done through their own insecurity and their own fear. The masculines lash out and react without thinking, and then they regret it. They do things because they don't understand the self. They're trying to sabotage the connection because it feels too intense and magical and beautiful, and they're afraid of losing that. So they can sabotage themselves. To the divine feminine, the divine masculine has it easy, when in spiritual truth they don't have it easy at all. To the divine masculine, this is their viewpoint. The divine feminine is in the light, living their truth, and this spooks them and attracts them all at the same time, and it can overwhelm the masculines, so they go within to process their feelings and emotions and their understanding of the situation. Remember, they have to see it and understand it and learn and know about it from their own perspective. We can lead them to the water, but we can't make them drink. We can open the door, but we can't force them through it. They have to do it in their own time. And we have to have compassion for that. And you may think, well, I haven't got it all together, but the masculine sees you as a guiding light. They see you in your light and in your truth. And, you know, you are their mirror, because that's what they, you know, aspire to be too. You inspire them to be in their own truth. So they see the divine feminine's journey as easy when it's not easy at all. So remember, you're both seeing each other's journey right now as easy when it's not easy at all. Why? Because it's your journey. The reason your journey seems hard to you is because it's your journey and your lessons to learn, your growth and your healing. And that's why you've come. Nobody said it would be easy, but it will be worth it. God would not give you anything that you can't handle. And that's why along the way, we make adjustments. The masculine is the divine feminine's greatest teacher and is here to open up wounds that need to be healed, just like the feminine teaches the masculine. That's why it hurts, because nobody else can cause that pain. And what you have to remember is sometimes we're given pain or a situation that provokes or creates an emotional reaction. So we release that emotion. So we face that fear. So we go through that challenge, because it's how we grow and learn. The divine masculine is just as innocent as the divine feminine. And when we see it from that fresh perspective, without the ego, without the doubt and without the fear, we start to understand and we see all through the eyes of love. It has to be in divine time, not on our time. And that's why we have to learn to surrender and let go of control. Union is possible. It is. I'm proof of that. Union is possible. There's people in union on the channel, coming into union more and more every day. Union is possible, and it is worth it. But only you can do your part of the work. And I will be here, and our soul family will be here, and your angels will be here with you every step of the way. And you're not alone. And I just wanted to kind of talk about that because, you know, over the past few days, I have seen this real bashing of the masculine and, you know, being in fear and pain. And it's okay to have those days, but to realise that that doesn't serve the journey. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve them. It certainly doesn't create a solution. It just adds to the problem. So adjustments are required. So the masculines are already making the adjustments. They're releasing all the pain. They're going through a cleansing. The angels are on it. And feminines, you're being asked to see things from a higher point of view. So we've got balance your energy. And that's what needs to occur in the journey. The adjustments that are required is to bring in a balance of energy, so that you're not constantly giving and giving and feeling depleted and, tired and kind of drained. It needs to be balanced so the masculines can give what you give and receive too. So you give and receive to each other in equal measure, and that's what happens as we move into union and release the fear. So the adjustments that are required right now are releasing of the fear. What is fear? It's a false experience appearing to be real. It's created by the ego, and the ego edges the goodness out of us. The ego can be connected very much with our inner child. It's that panic and that pain and the fear of being alone, the fear of being abandoned, the fear of things going wrong, the fear of being hurt. And it's that part of us that tries to protect us by giving us the worst possible case scenarios in our mind to try and protect us. Fear can only live in the past or the future. When we're feeling anxious or, we go into anxiety, it's because we're stressing over the past, something we can't change, or the future that hasn't yet occurred. In the now, we are safe. So we're being reminded to be present. And the other day I shared a beautiful reading on the community page by our soul sister Cheryl from Sensual Healing Tarot. And she's going through a big tower moment right now, sharing her journey with us all and, helping us to stay strong, reminding you that fear can only live in the mind. It's illusion. It can't live in the now. When we are in the now, when we are present, we are operating in faith. And the message is, I want to be free with you. And this is so true. The masculines want to be free of the past, free of the pain, free of the struggle. So when they are with you, Divine Feminine, they don't want to feel burdened by what they've done. They don't want to be holding on to struggle. They don't want to be reminded of the way they were or the person that they were, because they're being reborn into somebody brand new. So this is also a big message to adjust things when you're together. When you're together, just be together. Be in the now. Don't force it to be something it's not yet ready to be. Don't bring up the past. Release all of that and just be in the now. And the leap of faith is coming. This is like the Fool in the tarot. And the ocean is about the emotion and feeling free, feeling at one with all things. I want to be free with you. And it's so nice when you can just be with each other and feel that freedom. Feel that release of energy. And I crave your touch. And, you both crave each other. And that's why adjustments need to come in, so that you can be with each other and physically touch each other and connect with each other. I crave your touch. So they crave you and you crave them. It's a mutual thing. And look at this, they're powerful. We are both innocent. We are both innocent, and that's just what I've spoken about. That's the adjustments required. No longer blaming our twin. Instead, taking responsibility for our own part of the journey and realising that we are both innocent because we've come here to teach each other and learn from each other too. The past is gone. Forgive. I am scared of losing myself in you. And this is really the power that the twins have over each other. Like that energy of the sunlight. The energy of the sun, it's so powerful sometimes it can take us over. So the masculine is healing fears about being lost in you, giving everything to you and then being left alone and abandoned. And that's his own core wound he's healing. For the feminine, this is about sometimes we get scared because we feel we're losing ourselves and our twin. We could be losing our identity. We're becoming an extension of them. Which means we're giving too much of our energy to them and not enough of our energy back to ourselves. My soul is it says it's turned by faith, it's tuned in by faith. This is the word nurture. It says my soul is nurtured by your faith, but they're saying my soul is turned. In other words, things turn around with faith. We realise we have to look closer to understand, to see, to feel that your soul gets nurtured when you have faith, when you believe, when you trust, when you focus on love, not fear. It can move mountains to bring you together. And that's what I'm seeing. I'm actually seeing this like the pages of a book. You know, the book, a new chapter, a new beginning. So a new beginning is coming. And look at this, we've got the Chariot. So the Chariot is about movement, change, taking back control of our own life by releasing control of the journey. You know, taking control of our own truth. And we have to understand the difference. You may think, well, how can I take back control but release control? How can I let go but not give up? It's about understanding that surrender is giving it to heaven, having faith that your journey is where it's meant to be and working out beautifully. And taking control of yourself by giving back to you and nurturing you and loving you. That's how you take control of your own self. And working on your dreams and being grateful and going in nature and meditating and doing all the things that calm your mind. And letting your masculine find their way, because they are. This is him showing you he's standing up for this journey, he's willing to fight for this. And the Chariot is also a symbolizer of July. And we're in March. Again, we're getting all these energies about things moving forward in the summer. You know, things moving forward between now and June, July time. For the masculine, we've got, wow, strength coming in for the masculine. So, you know, very powerful energy. So the masculine right now is gaining strength on this journey to be able to express himself, to make changes, to make adjustments, to do what he's being guided to do. And this is a journey of ascension. So the masculines are going through a journey of ascension right now. We've been speaking all week about how they are energetically releasing themselves from the sins and the struggle. And they are moving away from the past. So they're going through an energetic cleanse right now, high ascension. And that's why we've been having all of these crazy symptoms, especially the masculines having heart palpitations as they open their heart. You are my dream come true. And they're saying you and me are one. This is what's coming through. You are my dream come true, being your true self. So your masculine is saying to you, when you're your true self, it inspires me to be my true self. You are my dream come true. So another message here that he's dreaming about you and he's gaining strength from those dreams too. He's saying, do you really exist? So sometimes he goes into fear and he thinks this is too good to be true. And that's why he can take his time coming to you, opening up to you, because he thinks, do you really exist? Have I just made all of this up in my head? Is this real? Because he doesn't feel deserving sometimes of your love. And he has to work through that. And he's saying, I want to feel peace with you. So he wants to feel free with you. And he wants to feel peace with you because you are his peace. So make adjustments, Divine Feminine. So when he's in your energy, whether that's physically or spiritually or emotionally, he feels this calm energy from you. Trust your direction. So the masculines are being guided right now, and that really came up in today's Divine Masculine reading. Archangel Chamuel is guiding him forward because he's doing his shadow work. And the shadow work is all the healing. A fiery climax approaches as we move towards Aries. And Aries energy is coming in later this month. So things are heating up. A fiery climax. A fiery energy. And this full moon, is really powerful because the full moon that's coming in March is a worm moon. And that means that, the soil is moving around. You think about worms moving around in soil to create. So this is a month of creation. The Aries energy is moving things forward. Aries are rams, and rams batter through things. My Divine Masculine George Blue Eyes Tarot, so many of you know him and watch his readings. He's an Aries, and sometimes I have to tell him to slow down because he goes forward so quickly sometimes into things. without thinking. And he has to take a moment to process. So the Aries energy that's coming in is fast-paced, fiery action, change. A fiery climax approaches. This is also about the intimacy between you and that chemistry that drives you on. For the feminine, we've got the Seven of Wands. So this really is about going for what you want and defending yourself and standing your ground and knowing your own truth. You know, it's about realizing who you are and that you are protected, that you are divinely protected. And the energy is open your heart to yourself to let my love flow in. So focus on you, self-love. Give back to you, nourish you. Open your heart. Open your heart to yourself because you and your twin flame are one. And listen to your heart because all the answers lie therein. All the answers are within you. Sometimes we have to quiet the ego and we have to see things from a higher perspective, and that's the adjustment that's required. But the answers are always within. And allow yourself to feel my love. So allow yourself to feel the love of your twin, to feel the love of the angels and your guides. And I want to be playful with you. So there's this real energy about making the journey more light-hearted, less serious, and to also dream big and to realize that you can, have this and live this and be this. Dream big, dream big and remember the bigger picture. And also cleanse yourself of any fear. So the salt bath is cleansing energy, releasing things that need to go, and also grounding yourself, bringing in a beautiful healing, and be the buzz that you wish to see in the world. I love that. Whenever I see this card, it reminds me of Jesus Christ Superstar. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. Well, what's happening is this is moving forward. A fiery climax approaches. You may not know it, but you can certainly feel it. Something's coming. And Divine Feminine, you are good enough. You are good enough exactly as you are. This is full moon in Virgo. Virgos can be perfectionists, wanting it perfect, wanting things absolutely as they want it to be. They want it to be. And we're being reminded that nobody is perfect. Okay? We've all got flaws, Even supermodels are airbrushed. There's blemishes and there's things that you can't see. Things are not always what they seem. So you are good enough. You are good enough for your twin. You're good enough for your journey and your mission. And you're certainly good enough to dream big and receive your dreams. So let go of fear now. These are the adjustments that need to be made. Think about what words you're using when you talk about this journey, what thoughts you think. Think about how you react or respond to your twin flame, to things going on. Are you building the connection? Are you the solution? Are you bringing in love? Are you more playful right now? Are you releasing the past and forgiving? Are you ready to turn the page and start again? And those are the questions the angels want you to ask yourself very honestly today. And that will set you up for your new future. Have a great day, sending you so much love. Make sure you watch the Power Couple Pick a Pile because it will give you insight and it will blow you away. Have a great day, sending you so much love. Have a super Saturday and I'll see you soon.